You are welcome. I welcome you to the Messiah Revelation Ministry, a prophetic end time ministry dedicated to end time events. We are preparing the world for the arrival of the Messiah. It is time for judgment. The time for salvation was a long time ago, but now it is time for judgment. There's a theological question. It's found in the book of Mark chapter 8, verse 36. What profiteth a man? What will you gain? What will a human being gain if he gains the whole world but loses the soul? And what is the profit in it? What will profit a man if he gains the whole world but he loses one thing? Loses the soul. It's not losing the dollar, not losing a house, not losing a wife, but losing the soul. Not even losing the body. Because when you die, the soul will live, and the soul that sins shall die. And we are looking at this question, theological question, judgment question, salvation question, in relation to three men, and they are African men. I'm using their lives as an example. Two doctors, one dentist, and they are all from Ghana. So I'm using their lives as an illustration about the theological question in Mark chapter 8, verse 36. What profited a man when he gains the whole world but loses the soul? So I will begin by looking at Mark from the Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 8, verse 36. The Messiah, Yeshua, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, was speaking at that time. He was laying a theological foundation for the gospel of salvation. Mark 8:36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? It's a question. What would profit you if you gain the whole world but you lose your soul? And today we are looking at the relevance of that theological question to the lives of three men. They are all Ghanaian professionals, two doctors and one dentist, and they moved to the United States and lived in the United States and profited from United States. There are so many men and women from Africa, from Asia, from Europe, and even now we include those who are in the United States. They believe in the United States. The United States is the ultimate, and so it has captured a lot of brain drain. It has also captured the souls of poor people or going to the United States. And somebody even said that if he goes to the United States and he dies that day, he will love it. Somebody made that comment. And for a lot of black men and women in Africa and the Caribbean, going to America is a dream. And they will prefer being in America to being in heaven. And because they say America is heaven. Heaven, hallelujah. So the question is, what profited a man if he gains the whole world, but you lose your soul? The question is a question coming from the Messiah. And as we ponder on the theological question, we start by looking at the life of a Ghanaian doctor, someone who studied medicine and practiced medicine in the United States, a surgeon. Yeah, he lived in a gated community. He was counted among the wealthy. He was popular. He gained everything in America. But he decided that you come and enjoy. You go back to his homeland, Ghana, and enjoy. And so as he prepared his journey back home, he bought the latest cars, SUVs, and equipment and anything that would make his life enjoyable as he returned permanently to his homeland, Ghana. While working as a doctor in the United States, he spent all his time in the theater as a surgeon. He didn't have any sleep. Obviously, he was a black doctor, and much was expected of him. No sleep. He had to sleep in his office. All work, no sleep. He died. He died in his office. And so what happened to his properties? The home that he built in the United States, and the cars, the fleet of cars that he had bought. He died the same year he planned to go back and live permanently in his country in Ghana. He left a wife, and the wife is in United States, a lawyer. So a lawyer married to a medical doctor. Their children are lawyers and medical doctors. So they gained everything in America. But one day, the year that he decided to go back to his country, he died unexpectedly. So he left property both in the US and also in Ghana. Tremendous assets, inheritance. And I understand the wife is complaining that there's too much wealth for her to enjoy alone. She's not interested in the wealth. She lost her husband, and there are a lot of property to be enjoyed, but he doesn't have anybody to enjoy it with. What profited a man if he gains the whole world but lose his soul? I moved to the second professional, also a Ghanaian, a dentist. Also practiced in the United States and got all the enjoyment there, profited because he was able to educate his children. And he decided to come and enjoy old age in his native country, Ghana, and had a small practice. And one day when he was going home from his practice, he had retired from the United States. He was in Ghana. Suddenly he got a heart attack, and in that event, he was driving and he lost control of his vehicle. And so the vehicle hit an electric pole, a tree, and he died. And so he died by driving his car into a tree when he was under heart attack. What did he leave behind? He left properties in America, bank accounts in America, invested a lot in Ghana, left a dental practice in Ghana, left children who are working, were placed in America, in society, were respected. But all of a sudden, he died. It was unexpected. Going home from work, getting heart attack very close to his house, and driving his car into a tree and dying in that process. What profited a man when he gains the whole world, but he loses his soul? This question is very, very important. And the theological question we are asking is important for the African diaspora. I'm specifically referring to the African diaspora working in lands far away, scattered over the world, in Europe, in Asia, in Saudi Arabia, in Babylon, America. They are working around the clock, including those who decided to work on the fateful day on 9/11, 2001, in the Twin Towers. Those who were Ghanaians who were not supposed to work on that day, but in order to get more overtime and dollars, they decided to work overtime on September 11, 2001. And they met a tragedy, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. They died. It is well-known fact that black men and women who are working in other people's land, they build homes in their countries, intending to retire to the homes, but they never make it. Some of them never make it. Of course, I know somebody who lived in the US for over 20 years, built a home in Ghana, and he went to Ghana for good, but it was not good because he went when he was sick, when he had been declared to have a terminal illness. And he spent 1 hour in the home that he had somebody built for him. Only 1 hour just to see the home, because he had never been to the home. 6 months later, he died. And that's why people are saying black men, black women, they work overtime in the deserts in Saudi Arabia, in the Appalachian Mountains in the United States, in the snowy conditions in Europe. They build homes, and the homes are funeral homes. Some of them end up being eulogized in the homes that they built. They never lived in the homes. They died and never enjoyed. Matthew chapter 8 verse 36. What profited a man if you gain the whole world but you lose your soul? When you die, there are two things. You save your soul or you lose your soul. And so we talk about two Ghanaian professionals. The doctor who died in America. At the time, the same year, he was planning to leave America and come and enjoy in his own land. And then the dentist who moved from America to retire in his homeland in Ghana, but got heart attack one day coming from work and died. And so we say There are 3 doctors, 2 dead and 1 alive. So let's move on to the last doctor, also a Ghanaian, living in the United States, very profitable. He has profited from the United States. He is a surgeon, well known, well respected. He has a home built from scratch worth 2 million American dollars. He has retired but is still working. He's 70 at the time of making this video. And he's being paid almost close to 20,000 American dollars every week, every 2 weeks rather. 20,000 American dollars every 2 weeks. And so we can calculate the earnings, 20,000 per 2 weeks per 12 months. So he has a lot of money. What profited a man if he gains the whole world but he loses his soul? And the question is relevant because I met this doctor. I had a personal encounter with him. And I was trying to talk about end times to him. Immediately I opened my mouth. Doc told me that don't talk about God close to me because I don't believe in God. I don't believe God exists. God doesn't exist, so don't talk to God about me. So what's the implication? The implication is that the doctor who has a $2 million home in the United States, I will not mention the state, but the state is in the United States, and he earns close to $20,000 every 2 weeks. And he told me I should not mention God's name in his presence. And I thought probably he didn't mean it. But later on, his friends, some of his friends also confirmed that they have the same issue with him. He doesn't believe in God. He doesn't want anybody to mention God's name around him. It's very, very interesting. The doctor who is so blessed with $2 million home, a black man enjoying 2 million home in white America. A black man reaching the age of 70 when young men and women are dying the age of 20. And a black man enjoying payment of 20,000 US dollars. $20,000 every 2 weeks in America. He doesn't want to hear the name of God. He is an atheist. And there's something very unusual because this doctor I'm talking about, he's also aware of the conditions that befell the other doctors I've talked about. The doctor who died the same year he was planning to move out of America, and the dentist who died after he moved from America and settled in Ghana. He is aware of the stories, but he is alive. He's lucky. He's lucky in the sense that once you are living, you have time to repent, at least until you die. But Hebrews 9:27 is very clear. It's appointed unto a man to die once, and after that, judgment. And so the doctor who died, who had parked SUVs preparing to go and enjoy the rest of his life in Ghana, he died unexpectedly in his doctor's office. And so judgment kicked in. I'm not sure whether he believed in God or not. The dentist who was killed because he had a heart attack and drove his car into a tree in Ghana, I can't say anything about his faith, but what I can say is that at the time that he died, when he had a heart attack unexpectedly and died, his judgment kicked in based upon the divine law of judgment. Is appointed unto a doctor, a dentist, a celebrity, a president to die not twice, not thrice, but once, and after that, a judgment. The third doctor I mentioned to you, the doc living a $2 million home in America, the doc earning 20,000 US dollars every 2 weeks. He has a wife living with him in America. The wife is a Christian, goes to church. But there is a compact, an agreement. You are a wife. If you believe in God, you believe in God. I'm the husband. I don't believe in God. And so don't bother me. You can go to church. I will not go to church with you. You can believe whatever you want to believe in, but I'm the husband. I don't believe in any God. I don't believe in creation. I believe in evolution. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God. When I met the doctor, he said I should not mention God's name when he's present. I respected that. And so I know that he has rejected salvation because he has rejected the name of God. And so we look at what the Messiah said in Mark 8, 20, Mark 8:36. Mark 8:36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange of his soul? Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. And so Doc from Ghana, surgeon in the United States, living in $2 million home, earning 20,000 K every week, doesn't want to hear the name of God. I think the message is very clear in Mark chapter 8 verse 38. Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he comes with his holy angels. Adulterous and sinful generation. Doc, a surgeon, is living in the United States. Adulterous and sinful generation. It's very, very interesting. Doc doesn't believe in LGBTQ and all that alphabet issues that come with it. And I don't think he is so much interested in the alphabet gender. As a surgeon, he has seen so many things. He has seen so many people coming for healing, physical healing. But Doc needs spiritual healing because Doc himself, he has not protected his soul. He doesn't believe in God. He's far away. He's close to American dollars, but far away from God. He's comfortable in a $2 million American home. He's comfortable with a $20,000 per 2 weeks salary. He inherited property in Ghana. By inheritance, he inherited property. He didn't work for it. He inherited the properties. a lot of them. He's enjoying on them. And by his own hard work, he's a surgeon in America, living in an excluded neighborhood. If you're a black man, you are living in a white neighborhood. Some people call it, you have come, you have arrived, you are enjoying. If you're a doctor, you are living in a gated community in America, you count yourself as lucky. You have profited. You have profited. But the Messiah is making a statement in Mark chapter 8, verse 36. What shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? So as I was pondering on the doctor who died, he profited. I don't know what happened to his soul. I'm not sure whether he accepted the Messiah before he died. I don't know about the dentist who died, whether he accepted the Lord. But of course, I know the doc who is still living at the age of 70, blessed with $2 million home in America, blessed with the health and the energy to be a surgeon in America, being paid close to $20,000 every 2 weeks. I know him. He's not dead yet, but he doesn't want anybody to talk to him about God. He doesn't believe in God. His wife is a Christian, and there's an agreement that they should not talk about the Bible. They should not talk about Christianity. Nobody should mention God's name in the house. So it is a covenant of theological convenience. And some of you are in that covenant because your sister is an LGBT alphabet sister. Your brother is a bisexual brother. He believes in LGBTQ. And your pastor is gay. You are aware of that. Your pastor is gay. But there's a covenant of convenience. You go to the church and you don't want to be offended, and you don't want to offend anybody. So you will not talk about it. But there's a duty that you have in Jude. You have a responsibility to get the person out of fire. The one who is going into fire, you have a duty, divine duty, to get the person out of fire. A problem I have, and the problem I have is that how do I mention the name of God to a rich man who doesn't want to hear the name of God? How do I mention the name of God to somebody who doesn't want to hear the name of God? At the point that he will charge you with harassment. He can even fight you because his belief in evolutionism is fundamental to him. So I was wondering, why is it that a lot of people have profited in the world, but they are losing their soul? Why? I had a revelation. And the revelation I had is about two people. The dog I'm talking about, the dog living in $2 million home in America, earning $20,000 every 2 weeks. In Revelation, I saw that he belongs to a society, a secret society. And it's very, very important for you to know that there are men and women in this world. They have aligned with a kingdom. It's not the kingdom of God. It's not the kingdom of light. It's the kingdom of darkness. And so there's another guy, a lawyer from an African country, West African country, English-speaking country. The country is noted for diamonds, and the country had a civil war a few years ago. And the man is from that country, living in America, a lawyer by profession, and a lecturer in the university. And I know him personally, and he confessed he doesn't believe in God. He doesn't believe in God. But at least he will respect your opinion when you go to church, when you mention God's name. He will look at you. He doesn't believe in God. He's from that country, the West African country, the diamond country. And the doctor who doesn't believe in God and find it very offensive to hear the name of God. He's from Ghana, a gold country. And to the lawyer, he's from a diamond country. He's an atheist. He doesn't believe in God. And by revelation, the lawyer from the diamond country in West Africa, I will not mention the name of the country. I'll call it a diamond country. By revelation, he deals directly with Lucifer. And Lucifer signed an agreement with him for the purpose of getting money. And that is the revelation that I got about the lawyer lecturer from the diamond country in West Africa who doesn't believe in God. And the doctor from the gold country, Ghana, who doesn't believe in God. The revelation I had about him, the revelation came 2024, is that he also a member of a society, and he has a lot of investments in the spiritual realm. So in the spiritual realm, he's rich. In the physical realm, he's also rich. So now you understand why so many profit in the world. They gain the whole world, but they don't care losing their souls. And so the celebrities, you know of a celebrity who boasted that I sacrificed my mama. He's a black celebrity in the United States. He's a rapper. He came on record boasting, I sacrificed my mama to get fame, so that he will sell more records, so that they'll have so many albums, so that a lot of people will listen to his music, so that his name will be written in the occult hall of fame. He doesn't care. He has gained the whole world. But the Messiah is asking him a question. In Mark chapter 8, verse 36, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? That's the theological question to the celebrity, American celebrity, the black celebrity, the one who says he's a Hebrew Israelite, but at the same time, he says that he sacrificed his mama for fame. So he's interested in fame, godly fame. And the Messiah is asking him a question. What profited a man if he gains the whole world but lose your soul? You profit from your 401k investment. You profit from your ATM. You profit from your retirement benefits. You profit from the secret society that you belong. You profit from the men and the women that you enjoy. You are a celebrity. The world knows you. But you remember that there were some professionals. They didn't want to gain the whole world. They decided to gain their soul. And so they forgot the whole world. They forgot the world and the materialism that is in the world. I'm talking about our brother Luke. who, as a physician, followed the Messiah and wrote an eyewitness testimony about the Messiah. I'm talking about our brother Paul Saul, a lawyer, a student of Gamaliel, who forsake his law profession and became a martyr and an apostle unto the Gentiles. I'm talking about Matthew, the accountant, who left his accounting practice and followed the Messiah. The question today we're asking you, what are you leaving behind? What are you willing to forsake in exchange for your soul? Is your house better than your soul? Is your car better than your soul? Is your promotion better than your soul? And for the African brother and sister, working and living in Babylon, in America, Babylon, Canada, Babylon, Europe, anywhere in the world, is it better than gaining your soul? To the point that you are close to America, but you are far away from God. What profited you? The president of a Central American nation said, we are so close to America, but we are far away from God. You are close to the materialism in the world. In this sinful and adulterous generation, you are benefiting from it because you are a participant of it. You watch porno movies on your phone, on your laptop, on your computers, and you listen to the lyrics of sexually infested songs, and you even dance pagan dance in church, and blasphemy comes from your mouth. The pastor who has gained the whole world, he has gained money paid to him by a congregation called tithes. He has also gained by enjoying many men and women. And the gay pastors have even gained more. They enjoy men, they have also enjoyed women at the same time because they are of the alphabet culture. They've gained the whole world. The question is asked in Matthew chapter 8, verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? The question goes to Doc. The Doc from Ghana working in America, enjoying a $2 million home and enjoying a salary of $20,000 every week and having a fleet of cars. Who doesn't want to hear the name of God because he believes in evolutionism? He doesn't believe in God. He's mocking God because his wife is a Christian and the wife goes to church every Sunday. But he has a covenant with the wife. The covenant is that don't mention God's name when I am around. And that is the covenant with death. What profited a man, a woman? What profited the LGBT woman, man of color, when he wins all legal protections, constitutional protections by statute and by executive order in Babylon, America? But in the last round, at the last hour, lose his or her soul. It's a theological question. Thank you for watching this video.